Warning, you are about to enter the BGP suite. No thongs, no boy shorts, no thigh highs, no commandos are permissible. BGP, big girl panties only. So pull up to woman up. And no, please don't leave with your panties in a bunch.
Welcome to BGP. It is a beautiful day in Southern California. Adrianne will not be joining us today. She's a little under the weather, so we wish her well. Welcome again, our new host, Miss Sherifah Jefferson. We did an intro video for her, so if you haven't seen that, show her some love. Go over there and see her intro video. We're going to talk about a post. Shout out to my handsome Facebook friend who is also a very talented musician. His name is Mr. Erwin Pope, and this is actually a post that he has had on Facebook, and he gave me his permission to use this post. So I want both the men and the women to listen very carefully, because at the end we're going to have 2 questions that we need to answer. Y'all ready?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay. Ladies, you meet a gentleman at the valet. You exchange numbers prior to his car pulling up. Mm-hmm. His car arrives. Top of the line, 2022 Bentley SUV. He calls a week later and invites you over for dinner and drinks. You accept. He picks you up at 8 and pulls up to this multi-million-dollar condo in Malibu overlooking the beach. You have one of the best nights ever. He's the perfect gentleman. The night ends like a dream. You can't wait to tell your girls. You explain the scenario with excitement, only to find out that one of your friends knows him well. She explains, he's a great guy, hardworking, solid, but that's not his car, nor is it his home. He simply has access to them. He's the personal assistant of a famous movie director. Here's the questions. Number 1, would you consider him dishonest? And number 2, would you continue dating him? Mm-hmm. I'm going to start with you, Neisha.
Would I consider him dishonest? No, I wouldn't, because I think we probably would be having a discussion on our careers and what we do for a living, et cetera, et cetera. So more than likely, I would have already known if that was his property or not, or if that was his vehicle. And the second question, would I continue dating him? Absolutely. He has a job, and like she said, he's a good man. He's hardworking, so he's still winning in my book. So no, I mean, I'm sorry, not no, but yes, I would continue to date him, and no, I don't consider it dishonest. That's my thought.
Ms. Sherifah?
I think that if he's responsible and he could actually get something on his own, that would work for me. If he's using wisdom and saying, I'm going to go ahead and use this because it's here, then let's write it out. Let's have some adventures. But if he can't get anything on his own after that, say, for instance, he no longer has the job, what is he going to do? Then that's going to be a problem. But I would definitely discuss that in the beginning. You know, like, if you didn't have this hookup, would you be able to have your own house? Would you be able to afford your own car and this, that, and the other? And if he said yes, then yeah, we can do this. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so before I answer, when I saw this post, I made a comment, and I just said, And then my friend said, what, Mona? And then I gave my answer. But before I gave my answer, I actually ran this across my 35-year-old son. Okay. And we went at it for about 30 minutes.
Wow.
So First of all, it was a first date.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, I would see him again. But here's the question that I want to ask you guys. What would have been the difference if he would have rented a car and took you to a 4-star hotel?
Nothing.
Nothing. It's the same
It's
thing.
the same thing.
None of it is his.
Yeah, same thing.
Okay, so I don't think that he was being dishonest, and I don't think that he was being deceptive because it's a first date.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And he allowed me to have an experience that I probably would have never had in a lifetime. Now, you said that if he could get these things on his own, then you would continue to date him.
Can I say something?
Wait a minute.
Okay.
Because here's my thing. He is a personal assistant to somebody that has these things already. And he has access to these things. So if he has access to these things, he's not my husband. We're not really officially in a monogamous relationship. My thing is give me the experience.
Exactly.
What is he going to come up with next? You know, and my question is, if I was your girlfriend, your friend, and you came to me and you were all excited and you were telling me about this first date, and I knew this guy, and I did not disclose the information that those are not his things, would I be a good friend?
Ooh.
Sherifah.
Well, I got to retract when you said, is there a difference if somebody was renting and then took you to a 5-star hotel? Now, that's different because why are you renting a car and taking me to a 5-star hotel? That's different from somebody that has access to a luxury lifestyle on a regular. That sounds like a different scenario. So that sounds like somebody's fronting, and we ain't going to be able to do that.
What's the difference?
Well, one has access. He's used to that lifestyle because he has permanent access for the time being of him, you know, being the assistant. The other one, renting a car and doing all this stuff that has nothing to do with access, I'm wondering what's going on with you. Why do you need to rent a car to come see me? That sounds like somebody's irresponsible. Unless he says, oh, my car broke down and this is that and the other. I mean, that, of course, but the way it's sounding is like something going on.
Okay, what if he met you, he thought you was a beautiful young lady, and he wanted to share some of the finer things of life with you? Well, see, hold on. Because we complain that men are not creative. Men are not romantic. Men don't think outside the box. And so now he says, oh, Neisha's so beautiful. I wonder if she ever rode in a Bentley. I wonder if she's ever seen the waves crashing in the ocean, you know, overlooking, in a house overlooking the ocean and the waves are crashing in. And I want to give that experience to her. So and you can believe what you want, but I don't see that as being deceptive. Give me the illusion.
Well,
try to impress me.
It depends on what you guys communicate and discuss. Now, if he's coming off like I got it like this, that's different. But if he says, you know what, I want to take you somewhere like the scenario you just said, that's different. You know, I'm giving you experience. You know what? Our first date is I'm going to give you an experience.
Does he necessarily have to say, I'm going to give you an experience?
Well, yeah, because
or does he just surprise you?
Well, I mean, come on now. If you meeting a guy and he coming off like that, you're going to think that this is how it's going to be.
Why?
Because nobody's just going to come pulling up in no Bentley.
Why not?
If they can't, afford to do so.
Well, some people do it all the time.
But that's flossing.
That is true. But in this situation, if it's just a first date, should I care?
Now, come on, ladies. You know doggone well if a man came and pulled up in a Bentley and was treating you the luxury life on the first date, you don't know anything in the background, you're thinking this man is financially set, he's responsible, he's giving me, there's going to be some luxury lifestyle to this. You're going to think, it's the first perception, so you're going to be thinking a certain way.
Not necessarily, because here's the thing: we live in California,
exactly.
We have
where people
cars
floss.
that they rent
exactly.
on consignment, on the weekends.
Exactly.
They floss. They drive those little 3-wheelers. They go and buy a car and rent for the weekend. So
Yeah, I don't know.
I would try to get to know the man. I really, for me, I would appreciate that he put enough thought into the situation to do that. Number 2, that he does have access to those types of things. Like I said, what comes next?
Okay, now are we talking about the renter or are we talking about the actual assistant? The assistant.
He is the assistant.
Okay, the assistant, that's fine. That, like I said originally, I think that that's fine. I would love to experience that with somebody that had access to that. The renter is a no-go. The one that just doesn't, that's just renting cars and doing, that's a no-go. But of course, I would love to meet somebody that, you know, that would give me experiences, because I love experiences. So,
Okay,
yeah.
so you go on vacation and you need to rent a car. You want him to get a Yugo?
I mean,
come on now.
Put your
it's just
big
it's
girl
just one of
panties.
those things where it's just like, look, don't do it unless we're gonna keep it up, because you done spoiled me. I'm gonna always look for experiences.
So you're gonna always look for more. You're not gonna appreciate the fact that he did something for you that was special.
I'm gonna appreciate that, but I'm also gonna be, if you're gonna keep it like that, let's just keep going, because we're gonna want to keep that experience up, you know, right? Now, what would y'all do?
So you saying what you start off with in the beginning, you're going to have to keep it up.
Yes.
Okay.
So you're saying that, okay, he took you there and then next week he takes you to his little studio apartment in Watts.
Why it got to be little studio?
See, then that
Because
goes,
she's putting emphasis on
that goes
the
into
first impression.
Then that goes into, you can't really, if you got a studio apartment in Watts. I mean, let's you got an experience with that, but then you got a studio apartment in Watts, which, I mean, people do what they have to do.
Right.
You know? But that's not really the life that you're living. So now we got to look at, okay, can you really afford that lifestyle? What are you doing in a studio apartment in Watts? Like, what's happening?
So on your first date, you're looking for what he can, his lifestyle and what he's going to do. Are you telling me that? You know what I'm trying to say. You just met this dude. This is the first date. Are we really that serious? Or really, should we really be that serious on the first date?
Honestly, we shouldn't be that serious on the first date. It depends on what you guys discussed before. I mean, 9 times out of 10, a man will show you the works the first date with a bunch of women, so you can't really take it serious like you used to. You back in the days, it used to be that stuff would be for somebody you actually like. Now it seems like it's for anybody, because the man just wants to floss. That's how I feel. But I think that's just, if you see the lifestyle behind the scenes, it just needs to be assessed by the particular woman.
How do you know you're going to have a second date? So why is it so important if you don't even know if you're going to have a second date? Or
he might be.
Hold on. Are you going to have the second date because the first date had that ambiance, that sex appeal? He might have got something on the first night. Would he get something on the first night if he took you to a multi-million-dollar mansion and had a Bentley? Would that be the preview to how he could get something because he has access to all these things, versus him taking you to his house in Hawthorne, California?
Not Hawthorne.
Hawthorne, California.
Oh, shit. Not Hawthorne.
No, the gist of it is, what do you want? You meet a man, like you said, he's got it going on to the eye. He's an assistant to a millionaire. He has access to it. So automatically, let's just say we discussed it. So you already know, most likely, if this man still has access to somebody else's stuff, automatically you're like, okay, there's going to be some experiences. So you kind of just have your mind frame of experiences. He may not have it. So just go with the flow.
Okay, so back to my other question. Was I a good friend if I do not tell you that's not your car, his car, that's not his house?
I mean, you're a cool friend for being honest, because you know the truth and you consider her a friend. And if you're doing it with good intentions, not trying to be malice or be hating, I don't see anything wrong with it. Just to be like, sis, just so you know, because I see you excited. You probably already plotting in your head your next moves. Let me just let you know up front. That's not his car. That's not his place. Say he works for the person that owns all these things. Just so you know, but he is a good brother. He is hardworking. He does have all these things going for him. He has great qualities. I just want you to know and understand that. I don't see anything wrong with that. But if she like, girl, and just trying to speak down on that man's name, then that's where I'm like, I'm going to side-eye you.
You didn't answer my question. I said, would I not be a good friend if I
did
not say
I
it?
said you would. I said I would.
Well, okay, if I don't tell you. You didn't answer that. If I don't tell you.
If you don't tell me. Ooh, that's shit. That's a good question. I don't know if that determines if you're a good friend or not.
I think, yeah. I mean, I feel like if you're a good friend, you're going to talk to your friends about what's going on.
Right.
Right.
Why would you leave that out? This man is, doing what he's doing. It should be a casual conversation. Girl, I'm just letting you know that, he's so good, blah, blah, blah. The stuff isn't his, But if she's saying he's a good man and saying that he's, he's doing well, blah, 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 then there should be no reason for her not to say anything. So I don't think you would be a good friend to not give me the gist of who you're hooking me up with or the person that that I'm going to go on a date with.
So she's not a good friend if she doesn't say anything?
Because I feel like you want your friend to have the best.
Right.
So she may not know all his business, but I feel like you should be telling your friend this is not his stuff. I'm just saying, because we like nice things. People like nice things. They don't want a bum. They don't want bum stuff.
Right.
So I think she should be thorough and tell you everything about him that she knows.
Did I ask you to tell him? Did I ask you to tell me everything about him? Or did I just come to you and I was excited and I had a beautiful time with a beautiful man? I rode in a nice car and had a very nice experience in a mansion watching the waves crash against the shore. Did I ask you all that?
Now, see, this is when it goes into haterism. Now,
that's why I said. That's why I said. Is it good intentions or is it with malice?
This is how this works. If you say I'm going out with this dude and she knows who you're going out with, and the list goes on. Oh, girl, yeah, you're gonna have a good time. He's a good man. Blah 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 blah. The stuff ain't his, but enjoy yourself. Now, if I come back having a good time, and then she's like, okay, girl, that's not his stuff. Then we go into hater mode, and you're not a good friend. That's me. Because it's just like you just brought the mood down. So if that mattered to you so much that if this wasn't his, then you should have told me beforehand, right?
No, but she didn't know the girl was going on a date. So let's talk about the scenario again.
Okay.
She did not know the girl was going on a date.
Okay.
Her friend goes on a date. I come and I say, hey, Neisha, I went out with this guy named Timothy. He took me to a house in Malibu overlooking the ocean. He picked me up in a Bentley. And you say, what's his name?
Gotcha.
Timothy what? What's his last name? Would I be a good friend if I kept that to myself? And I'm going to answer the question. I would say she threw a little salt in the game.
Yeah.
By saying something?
By saying something.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because my friend came to me. She had that great experience. I know that's something that she has never had in her life. This is only the first date. I don't know if it's going to be a second date.
Yeah.
I don't want to taint that experience for my friend, so I'm going to keep my mouth closed.
Yeah, that's different. I might have misheard a little bit, but yeah, that's not a good friend. She's throwing some salt in there.
Yeah, see, that's why I said it depends on the intentions. But then at the same time, what if said friend doesn't say anything and they go on 5 to 10 more dates just like that, and they still haven't really had the conversation where he tells her, like, this is not all my stuff, But but she's known that all along, and so by the time she does finds out, and she goes, Mona, girl, you know how I told you I've been going out with Timothy and we've been doing all these experiences, blah, blah, blah. Girl, why he live in Watts in that studio apartment? Why he ain't got no car? Why he just been using his assistants, his, boss's stuff and all that stuff. And you be like, oh, yeah, girl, I knew that all along.
Okay, and when you come to me me, I'm going to start laughing.
And be like, I knew that all along.
and then I'm going to say, does it matter? Does it matter? Did you get hold on.
Okay.
Did you get with him or stay with him or continue to go on multiple dates with him because of the car, because of the mansion? Did you get to know this man as a person? Did the man ever say, this is mine? Did you freaking care? You don't pay for nothing.
So here's my thing, though. See, because we kind of switching.
Yeah.
My focus is on you, friend, because you saying you knew that all along.
Okay, and I did know it all along. But Neisha, you were so happy and you were so excited. And I thought you deserved to be treated in the way that I know he could treat you. Now, do you want to know about him? You want to know the truth?
Yeah, why didn't you tell me?
No, I'm going to tell you now. I didn't tell you because you were having a great time. And who am I to bust your bubble?
Okay.
See, sometimes
It could go both ways.
because sometimes, like you said, I could be hating.
Right.
I might just want to tell you about it because ain't no man did it for me.
Yeah.
Got you.
And that's your relationship, and you're a grown-ass woman. And if it comes down to you only liking him because of the things that he has, that's your problem.
Yeah. Yeah, it could go both ways. It depends on the perspective. One could be, I don't want to say because of that, but I still feel like the type of person I am in love, girl, I'm just letting you know that I know you like nice things. It's not his, but enjoy yourself. Just sometimes the delivery of something can be more soft and not, so you'll know you're not a hater, but it's just like, girl, I know you like nice things. It's not his. Hopefully, you have a good time. Maybe you'll like him and maybe you can continue these experiences, blah, blah, blah. But I know you. You should know your girl. So, yeah, I think talking it out might help, but also the other way that you said, it could be that perspective as well.
Okay,
because I think if we're throwing out that scenario and that situation, and I'm the friend who just happens to know both of you, and I know his truth just like I know her truth, I think I would probably tell her up front.
Yeah, I would tell
her when she comes telling me excited, not in a hateful way. I'll be like, girl, listen, have as much fun as you can. Get to know him. You never know what can happen, especially being an assistant in this world, in this industry. Assistants, they get promoted real quick in this industry. So have fun. You never know. But at the same time, just so that you can't say you weren't warned, understand that some of those things those experiences you're experiencing are not at the hands of his own doing. It's at the hands of who he works for. But have fun, because he is a catch. He does have these things going for him, blah, 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 blah. It's not coming from a hateful place, because I want to see you happy. And the way you've been happy, I'm happy for you, and I want to see it going. But I just want you to keep that in your mind that some of the things that you have going on right now with him may not be coming from his resources. It may be coming from someone else. Cool. Have fun, sis.
And then we're going to girlfriend you. And girl, so now that we know that, this is not his, I know he's a good man, so let's see when he really finally tells you. You girlfriend her because see, if he don't tell you, then we're going to have a problem. Why are you carrying this on for so long? Be honest, I don't have this lifestyle. I'm doing it. Like I said, see how honest he's going to be after a while. Because if it takes him 3 months, then something changed. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm kind of feeling that. What if I say that to you and you don't give the man a second chance? Because now my friend knows that that's not all his stuff, and it makes me feel a type of way to the point where this could have been my man, but because my friend knows that this is not his stuff, she might be thinking I was stupid because I was so excited to go out with somebody that was allegedly deceptive. Now, what I would do if I knew him, I'm gonna go to him. So you took my girl out, right? Where'd you take her? She had a really good time. And the reason why I know she had a really good time, because she came to me. Yeah. I'm going to need you to tell her that's not your stuff. I'm going to give you a time frame. If you don't have this done, let's say in 72 hours, I'm going to tell her. That's how I would do it. I would never want to be the bearer of bad news for my friend. And I think it's being a bearer of bad news because we tend to honor each other's judgment and honor each other's opinions when we're friends. Yeah. And sometimes we might like the little Negro from Watts, you know, but we don't tell you that. You know, you only see the dude
from Malibu.
From Malibu, but on the side we digging Pookie.
Pookie get love too.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I want to talk about my son. So when I told my son about it, he said he sold her an illusion.
See, that wasn't the context of the thing. And then the girl told her that after the date, he's a good man. So this whole thing boils down to, when is he going to tell her this isn't his stuff? That's what we're zooming in on. See, he sells her an illusion if he drags on, this isn't my stuff.
No, he said he sold her illusion from the rip. And then he asked me, did he hit? I said, I don't know if he hit or not. I said, but as your mama, give me the illusion. I want the experience. I want a man that has access. Because I might get to ride in a helicopter. Like I say, this is the first date. I don't know him. I don't never know if I ever see him again, but I do have an experience that I can share with somebody somewhere down the line. And me and him went at it, and he just started laughing. So, you know, yeah.
I mean, it's I can see your son's point of view, but at the same time, can you really say that if it's just a date?
Right.
Like if you guys are like going into relationship mode and he's doing all of this, and then later on down the line you find out that it was just it wasn't his, then I can say you're selling an illusion because you're not really your true self or exposing who you really are and what you really have. But if it's just a date, I don't care. Let's have fun.
And what if it's multiple dates? And we never even said we're going to be monogamous. It's multiple dates.
It's dating.
Yeah.
It's dates.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Collecting data.
Collecting
data in luxury cars and luxury places.
Having fun while collecting data. Yeah. Like, to me, I wouldn't care because it's just dating. We're not in a relationship.
Yeah.
You know, so...
It depends on the individual, the person, what they're looking for off the bat. You know, if you want to just experience and stuff like that, you know, have a ball. Right. But if you want somebody that's set and ready, even a man that is an assistant, that's a job. But do you want a man that's an assistant that has a job but still has his stuff together? Now, that's the type of man I want. Yep. I really don't want a man living underneath another person's stuff. I mean, you can dip in here and there, but what do you have? Because when this goes, are you going to be able to, you know, do your part? Or are you going to just be sitting around waiting on trying to get in the next person's Lambo or whatever's going on?
Okay, so let me ask you this question.
What, Mona?
So you met this man. You had these wonderful experiences with this man. You did a lot of things that you haven't been privy to doing, you know, before. And you really like him. You guys have really talked to each other. You've got to know each other. And he tells you, this is not my stuff, but I have a 5-year plan. Do you continue to date him then?
Oh, God, here we go. How long did it take for him to tell you?
I don't give a damn how long it takes. My thing is this. Are you digging the material shit
just
more than you digging him?
No. If I really like
So if he came to you and he said, this ain't my shit, but I had access to it, and I will continue to have access to it as long as I am employed in this place. But I live in Hawthorne. I drive a Toyota Corolla. What you gonna do?
Look, I'm 41 years old, and I'm on my way somewhere, and I feel like, for me, I really don't feel like waiting on somebody to get it together at 41 years old. I feel like you should be kind of be established and on your way. So if you're not established and on your way, then that's going to be kind of hard for me, because it's just like, how long are we going to have to wait for you to get your stuff together? Sounds like he ain't got his stuff together. So that's a no. That's a no for me, dog.
What do you call getting yourself together, your stuff together?
Okay, you just said that he's living in Hawthorne. That sounds so bad.
No, I want you to say
nothing wrong with Hawthorne. Nothing wrong with Hawthorne.
No, let's keep it like that. Let's keep it like that.
We're going to say Mead Valley, because Mead Valley is in Paris and it's got dirt roads. We're going to use that because don't nobody really want to live there. But sorry, Mead Valley. I love y'all, but that's bad. I don't want that.
What if he got a nest egg that you don't know about.
But how? It's not that. It's like, just be honest with me. You're gonna have to be upfront. Like,
wait, Sherifah, you on some bullshit right now? What if he got a nest egg that you don't know about? What if he got $200,000 or $300,000 in the bank? Are you just going on surface, or are you going deeper? Does him be living in this location and driving this type of car mean that he don't have his shit together? Yes or no?
See, that's the thing. It's like, if I like you, I'm willing to stay down, but I have to see, there's got to be some type of like point where it's just like, okay, this makes sense to me to support this man and help him usher his way in. It depends on how far along are you. A woman wants to support and be there for somebody. I get that. I love it. I'm a natural supporter. But where are you?
On your journey?
On your journey. Where are you on your journey?
That's
now, come on,
a valid question.
Let me ask you this.
That's a valid question.
If he's doing this with the assistant stuff, blah, 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 and he's literally at home and he says he has a game, he has a plan. He actually has $100,000 in the bank, okay? But what are you doing? Like, are you at home playing video games and you trying to make what are you doing? Would you really follow him? Would you really support him because he's making you laugh and, you know, you're having fun? What are you really doing that's set in stone that's going to make me feel comfortable that we can come together and do something? You know what I'm saying? What are you doing with the $100,000? What are you doing? I know some people that have money stacked up and they're literally living in fear. Like, is that a factor? Are you scared to, like, move out because you're so used to whatever you've been doing all this time? You got fear. You're already 40-something years old. Like, it depends on the foundation of where this is coming from.
Okay, I understand that. And that's where communication comes in.
So do you think that you would be able to deal with that? Like, how long are you going to wait?
What am I waiting for? What are you talking about waiting?
Well, because the whole point is he's on his way. You know, he has the stuff, and behind the scenes, he's trying to get himself together so he can do it. How, like, would you want somebody that you got to wait, you got to support?
What do you mean he's trying to get himself together? He got himself together. He has a job. He has a nest egg. What you want him to do?
So the job of the nest egg, the assistants. After the assistant, maybe the person that he's working for dies. So what are you going to do?
Okay, and that's a conversation that you need to have with him. If you are going to take the relationship further, he might ask you, what you going to do? What you got? Can you match him? So I think that's when the conversation comes up. But if you're just going to say, oh, he don't have it together because he's not driving a certain vehicle or he doesn't live in a certain area, that's kind of
no, it's
bogus.
Not that. We're not shallow. We're not shallow, and we love to help and support, but we just need to see there's different dimensions to the question, because it's like, how far along are you? Are you willing to, if he's not even doing anything at all, he just has money sitting there because he don't know what to invest in, or this is any other, he's waiting, trying to figure things out. Are you a woman? Are we women that want to sit there and wait to see, or does he have things in motion that we can actually tangibly see?
I said he has a 5-year plan.
Yeah, but you can have a 5-year plan and still be sitting on a 5-year plan. Where's the action part? Are you actually doing something at 40 and up?
So you're putting a staple on his age.
Yeah, because we about to be out of here, and it's like 40 and up, and you have a 5-year plan.
You about to be out of here. I ain't about to be out of here.
Yeah, look. Let me change that. But it's kind of one of those things where it's like, how far along are you, and how long are we going to wait?
What if he's in the beginning? And the reason why I say that is because, remember, we're still, even though we're still going through it, but we just kind of we just got through a pandemic.
Yeah.
And a lot of people had to start over. So what if his 5-year plan is at the beginning?
It's the man. A woman knows when a man is really about business. It's really the woman if she decides to just wait. Is he that guy that you feel like you would be happy with in the end? You know, at an older age, is a woman willing to wait? Does she see the heart of this man and know that he's going to get some stuff done and match her, and they match each other and work out? It's the woman deciding on if she wants to deal with it or not. That's what I think. What y'all think?
I agree with that, too. I agree with that. It is up to the individuals involved. I know for me, I definitely like to see the action behind it. But I know a lot of us, we have plans, and in the middle of that plan, we may have to start over and have setbacks. So I just need to see your rebound game. I need to see, I guess I would need to know where we're going. If I'm even like compatible for the invisible table, because I may not be compatible for his table. It may be for somebody else, and that's okay too. But it's definitely not based on what he drives or where he lives. However, I will be honest, I'm not going to know like Pakistan or Chirac or something like I'm not going somewhere where my life is in danger. But I mean, if you have a plan and you like, this is where I'm at, this is where I plan on going, this is what I'm doing to get there for now, and I know that I have an opportunity where I can kind of give you some input that gets you there a little bit faster. I'm cool with that. I'm okay with that. But if like you said, if this person has a plan and they've had this same plan for 10 years, right? And they're like, but this is my plan though, but they haven't done anything with the plan, then no, I can't join that table. Yeah, I can't. For me, I'm going to gracefully bow out and allow somebody else to do it.
I think is watching, because we know you saying that 5-year plan, but I see your 5-year plan. You always over at so-and-so's house every weekend, and you on the video game all day. We know.
Wait, don't head on the video games though, because I play.
But I know I got a PlayStation. Look, I got a PlayStation 5 too myself. I'm trying to work that out, but I be trying to play that game, boy. Okay, I be trying to.
So, do you want him to be understanding while you trying to work that out?
Right? Can you help me play my PlayStation, please?
I mean, that's a stress reliever sometimes, especially when you're talking shit and you play. Never mind.
Yeah, I like that. But what else are we doing? We just watch. We know how to watch, and we know when it's like, okay, he's playing games, literally and physically. So,
okay. So, final thoughts.
For me, the wisdom is watch.
Okay, Ms. Neisha.
For me, I would say, if you're just dating, if you guys are just going on a date, have fun. The goal is to have fun, enjoy yourself while getting to know one another. Communication is key. So if you guys are having conversations while you're having fun and, what do you really do for a living? Because I don't know, I may want to one day have a Bentley too. So how did you get to that level? What steps did you take to get to where you are now? That leaves room for that person to be able to say, well, this isn't really my vehicle, or, this isn't really my place, I work for so-and-so, but this is what okay, what steps are you doing to get to that next level? Because I see, you giving me some excitement, you giving me a fun night, and I enjoy it, I appreciate it, but, what steps are you taking to get to your next level in life? And I see nothing wrong with that. Like, just communicate while dating. I mean, dating is about having fun and collecting data, right? So enjoy yourself. That's all.
Okay, so my final thought would be this. My dream car is a Bentley. So I would be very excited if a man picked me up in a Bentley, preferably all white, convertible. But I would be honored just for the fact that this man chose me to pick up in a Bentley and that he took me to Malibu, and I had that experience. I would not want my girlfriend to taint that experience for me. He has access to things, and maybe even if it doesn't work out with him, I might be privy to be around other men that I can meet and find out if we're compatible too. So bottom line is, it's a date. Don't take it too seriously. As a friend, be careful what you say to your friend when she comes to you and she's all excited. You should know your friend pretty well. And we'd like to hear your take on this topic. Please leave us a comment, both men and women, to see if, we're going in the wrong direction. Yes, we don't date potential. Yes, we want a man to have it together. But we want to have fun too. Yes. Like, share, subscribe, leave us a comment, BGP, and we are out.
Bye.
Bye.